It just passed through the House of Representatives, the important bill that we've been waiting for. Also, I need to make a quick correction to my last video in reference to the stimulus package. And the new COVID variant, Omicron, has been discovered yet again in another state. That is the third state today alone. I have all the details for you in this video, so let's get right into it. But if you haven't done so yet, or if you happen to be new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, because as you can tell, things are changing very rapidly right now. But don't worry, I do all the research on your behalf. I bring it all back in these short videos and deliver them to you a few times each and every day so that you can stay tuned with everything going on and so that you don't need to spend hours and hours doing the research. I do it all for you. So again, thank you so much for your support. I truly do appreciate it. I am your one and only daily advocate, and I want to make sure that you're getting as much money and benefits that you possibly can out of these multi-trillion-dollar stimulus packages and all of these other changes that are going on right now. So again, thanks for joining me. Subscribe down below and let's get into this. All right, so let's quickly talk about what just passed through the House of Representatives. That is in reference to the continuing resolution. Now, this would avoid a government shutdown tomorrow night when they are running out of money, right? So this is actually a really good thing. It passed through the House, and the vote was 221 to 212. So as you can see, it passed with a little margin, not a ton, but it did pass, and that's all that really matters. Now it moves on to the Senate, and Chuck Schumer has already indicated they will be voting this evening. Who knows? Maybe they're voting right here, right now, as I record this video. A lot of times that actually does happen. But either way, they will be voting in the Senate tonight on this bill. So here we were just a couple hours ago saying, oh man, I don't know if they're going to get it passed. We might be looking at a potential shutdown. And now here we are a few minutes later. You know what I mean? They passed it through the House, and now they're going to be voting on it in the Senate, and Chuck Schumer is very confident that it'll pass. So this is why I said in my last video, honestly, we just got to watch everything because it's all flip-flop all over the place with Congress. Literally, it's like, you know what I mean? It's back and forth all the time. So anyway, it looks like they're going to get this thing passed through the Senate tonight now that it's passed through the House, and we should be fine and dandy. We should be fine to move on and no problem at all. Now, why is this such a big deal? First off, number one, we will avoid a government shutdown starting tomorrow night, right? So basically midnight on Saturday morning. If they didn't get it done, would have been lights off, right, for the government as far as they would have been going into a shutdown, or a partial shutdown, I should say. So that's good. We can avoid that. But another thing that's very important now is that they can focus their attention on the stimulus package, right? The $2 trillion stimulus package that they have waiting in the wings, and that is coming up next. So very important why they wanted to get this done, and now it's on to the stimulus package because they had to prioritize things because realistically, the stimulus package technically doesn't have a deadline. However, government funding does have a deadline, right? Tomorrow night, right? So anyway, good stuff. At least this is done. All right. Let's quickly talk about a quick correction to my last video. Well, I shouldn't really say it's a correction. It's not even a correction. It's basically, in my last video, I told you that I would talk about a few different senators and some major changes that we just learned about. Well, I talked about one senator, and then to be honest with you, I completely forgot about talking about the other two. So let me give you those updates now. I apologize. After I put that video up, I thought, you know, I think I forgot to talk about the other two senators. And sure enough, I watched the video and I thought, I completely forgot. So again, I apologize, but let's talk through it right now. So we talked about Kirsten Sinema. In that interview, Kirsten Sinema, by the way, is one of the moderate Democrats in the Senate, and she, in this interview, was not able to confirm that yes, she will be voting in favor of the Build Back Better agenda. And she also did not deny that she would be voting against it, right? Or she didn't say either way. So basically, we had no definitive answers as far as, is she going to vote for it, against it? We didn't really get any clear answers. However, we do know a couple other things about a couple other key senators, and this is going to be very important as well as far as major changes that they want to make to the stimulus package. And now this is what I wanted to share with you in the last video, so here we go. All right, so Bernie Sanders, he also wants to make some major changes to the reconciliation bill. Number one, he wants to renegotiate the SALT deduction. This is for the state and local tax deductions. This is mostly focused on higher income individuals. We don't really need to get into all the details because honestly, it probably doesn't pertain to anybody in this community. If it does, reach out to me. I'd love to hear what you're doing to earn a couple $100,000 a year. I mean, seriously, that's who it's going to affect, is typically those people earning about 400,000 or more, even close to $1 million or more. So yeah, if you're earning that much, please reach out to me. Let's talk, right? Anyway, that's one thing that he wants to negotiate is the SALT deductions. He also wants to talk about expanding Medicare. So we've talked about this previously, but let's hit on this really quickly. So Bernie Sanders, one of the things that he wants to do, and he's been pounding the table on this for many, many months now, which is he wants to include expansion of Medicare to include hearing, dental, and vision. Well, in the House bill, it only has hearing coverage. They've already taken out vision and dental. Well, he said that he's going to continue working and do what he can to get those added back in. Now, again, no promises. To be totally honest with you, we could pretty much write dental off as probably never coming back. I mean, just being honest with you. Based on what they're saying, it is way too expensive to add it in. So they're basically just saying dental, there's like a slim chance that it'll come back. However, there is a little bit of hope for vision to come back. So I'll continue watching that very closely and let you know if Bernie actually does get some action out of that. But those are the couple of things that he wants to work on in the Senate. Now, Joe Manchin, he's the other guy. Again, another very influential senator, and he has a lot of things going on as well. A couple of provisions that he wants to change within the stimulus package would be, number one, he wants to renegotiate and or remove the paid family leave. Now, as of right now, remember, they have 4 weeks in there in the House bill, 4 weeks of paid leave. Well, that's narrowed down a lot from the 12 that they originally proposed way back in the day, a couple months ago, when they started working on this bill. They said 12 weeks of paid leave, paid family and medical leave. However, they whittled it down to 4 weeks, and Joe Manchin is saying, we should be doing this on a bipartisan basis rather than through reconciliation. So they may actually be taking that out, but again, they're still working on Joe Manchin as far as paid family and medical leave. Now, remember, too, one other thing. I'd mentioned this maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago or so now. This paid family and medical leave, you self-attest to get to it. So I found some information on this. And basically what you do is you basically just fill out a form, or however you do it. There might be some kind of form, maybe online, something like that. And you basically just self-attest saying, yes, Matt, I need to take 4 weeks of paid family and medical leave. And you can start drawing on 4 weeks of disability benefits, essentially, right? So interesting. It's a self-attestment. I don't know. It just seems to me like that would be a way that possibly could encourage some people to, I don't know, just take it and not necessarily need it. I don't know. Not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it just seems like a disaster kind of waiting to happen, right? Some people may be taking advantage of the system. I don't know. But again, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it just seems a little bit tempting, maybe, if you know what I mean, right? 4 weeks of paid leave and you get to attest yourself. I mean, I don't know about you, but yeah, anyway. All right, anyway, let's keep rolling here. So next, he wants to renegotiate some of the climate in there as well. So as of right now, there's about $550 billion in there for climate, and that's something that Joe Manchin may want to whittle down as well. So we already know there's going to be some massive changes coming to the reconciliation bill here over the coming days and weeks as they continue working their way through this package. Now, those are just a couple of the main senators that we know about. We already know that there's going to be hundreds of amendments that will be filed to this package, right? So, of course, I'll watch it, as I always do, and I'll keep you posted. All right, let's talk about the new COVID variant called Omicron. All right, it has been a busy day here. So I believe it was yesterday, the first case was actually discovered in California from a traveler returning home from South Africa. Well, earlier, there was a new case found in Minnesota. Well, this afternoon, we found another case in Colorado. Well, this evening, check this out. They found 5 more infections in New York. So, New York City, there's 5. So, wow. I mean, in one day, we saw across, 3 different states, just alone today. Now, again, I know it's only across all of this. It's only 7 cases today. Like, really? 7 cases? Do we really care? Well, we got to keep an eye on this because all of a sudden we were at 0 and all of a sudden it's in 4 states and it's, where else is it going to pop up next, right? So again, I'm not here to instill fear in anybody. I'm not here to scare anyone. I'm simply here just to bring you the information as I'm finding it. But Kind of interesting, right? Either way, I'm imagining as soon as I get done recording this video, I'm going to look at my devices and there's going to be all kinds of notifications telling me it passed through the Senate. That happens sometimes. So either way, when it comes to the voting tonight, I'm going to continue watching that for you. Maybe I'll even come back later with another really quick tidbit for you and let you know what's going on in the Senate, if it passes or if it fails, if they... who knows what happens in the Senate? Honestly, it's all up in the air right now. But anyway, maybe I'll come back later, or maybe I'll just come back with you in the morning and let you know what's going on. But either way, this is what we have as of right now. Again, things are changing really rapidly right now. Make sure to subscribe down below. It's totally free to do so. I'm here for you each and every day. If you want to stay tuned with everything going on in Congress as far as this new COVID variant, again, I don't talk about that a ton, but recently I am talking about it just so you can stay tuned with what's going on. Because it's new, right? It's brand new, and we got to watch this thing. But if you want to stay tuned with the stimulus package, Social Security, low income, fixed income, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, pretty much all this stuff, don't worry, this is your one-stop shop. So hit that subscribe button down below. Leave your comments and questions down below. I do my best to read as many as possible and respond to as many as possible as well. So again, thanks for your support. I really do appreciate it. Go back and check out some other videos here on the channel, and I'll catch you again later in the next one. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.